What's up, y'all? This is Brave, and I'm here to review Love and Hip Hop Miami. This is season 6, and this review will be for episodes 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm not going to go, play by play, but just breaking down what happened with each character on this show, because these people are absolute characters. First things first, Angela White, okay? Blac Chyna is here. She's here with her man, Derek Milano. And here's the thing. They're bi-coastal because she actually lives in LA, but she's basically going down to Miami for this show. And my question is, why can't we get Love and Hip Hop Hollywood back? Because you have Blac Chyna, well, I don't want to call her that. You have Angela White and her man. You have Brooke Valentine, Ray J, and Prinky. They really belong in LA. Like, there's people in LA, okay? Stop sending all your LA cast members to other franchises. Like, just bring back Hollywood. But I digress. So, back to Angela. So, we all know she's on her sobriety journey. She is trying to get right with Jesus. And she's just trying to be a good mom. Open up some businesses. She's really trying to change her life. However, her partner, Mr. Derek, he's a producer. He's won Grammys. He's worked with a lot of top artists. And we learned that when they go to Miami, he still plans on, having a good time. He still plans on partying, hanging out with his friends. I'm going to assume that everything will be in moderation, because at the end of the day, you don't want to trigger your partner. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to get her life right. You can't be coming in the house stumbling drunk. I feel like that'll be kind of triggering to somebody who's, trying to live a sober life. But one thing that I will say is, number one, Angela looks great. It does seem like she is really into this relationship with this guy, Derek, from what we saw so far. And I'm just hoping the best for her, because I would hate to see Angela have to, really curse anybody out, or really have to, do the whole reality TV thing that's super negative, just because she's trying to have so many more positives in her life. But besides that, I feel like that's all that really happened with her on the first episode. Now, moving on from that, we got to talk about Amara La Negra real quick. Of course, she's back because, honestly, even though, Trina's name is always brought up at the forefront of Love and Hip Hop Miami, really, Amara La Negra is the queen of the show. And the reason why I say that is because, number one, she's been there since the beginning, but the way everybody catered around her since that first season, and how she's still, acting like she's the queen bee on the show, that's who she is. Like, she's always in some drama. She is the queen bee of Miami. Or at least Love and Hip Hop Miami. But she's moved out of her gaudy house, y'all, with that terrible furniture. And I'm hoping that in this new space that she's in, she gonna get better furniture. Because, my God, that house was atrocious. We do see her daughters on the show. Very cute little girls. But besides that, Amara La Negra, she says that the house that she's moving into is going to be like a fixer-upper. Now, I'm pretty sure the house is probably fixed by now, because they filmed this a while ago. Amara is hanging out with Brooke, right? Again, an LA person who came down to Miami to film. It's so stupid. But Brooke Valentine is there, and come to find out, she's having another baby. And I was like, oh, congratulations to her and Marcus. But back to the meat and potatoes, Amara has an issue with Eliza as well as Flo because of Safari. Okay, because remember, her Safari supposed to be like this couple. Okay, fine. So she ends up, having a conversation with these ladies. Now, when they actually get to this meetup, Eliza shows up first or whatever, and one thing that I will say is that Amara was absolutely throwing digs because Eliza is now a grandmother. Because Eliza kept trying to say, oh, I'm a grandma. And Amara's like, oh, so you're a granny? Is that the term that you're using because you don't want to seem old? I was laughing. That actually made me laugh. However, we have Flo showing up. First of all, I don't know what Flo had on, but it bothered my spirit. I said, Flo, start over again. Because all them bows tied around, girl, no. But here's the thing. You have Amara going on and on about how she was engaged to Safari and these girls hurt her. And I'm just like, how are we still fighting over Safari? Like, maybe I did not watch the whole season of Love and Hip Hop Miami last time it was on. Because I promise I don't remember all this drama with Safari. But also what's kind of annoying when it comes to this whole Safari thing is that let's not act like Safari is like this stand-up guy. Like, yes, he hooked up with Eliza, or at least he tried to, you know what I'm saying, just to kind of spite Amara. And he probably did try to get with Flo. That's just who he is. He tried to get with everybody. But nonetheless, the girls are going back and forth, right? And Flo basically tells Amara that she's jealous of her as an artist, and she just bought her a $2 million house. Now, keep in mind, Amara just bought a house too, right? But like Amara said, like, who walks around saying that they bought a $2 million house? Broke people or people who lying? Because I don't know if Flo actually bought that house, y'all. I feel like it could be a rental, because Flo has popped back on the scene and she's like, oh yeah, I just bought a $2 million house. Business is booming. I'm opening up another store. Like, girl, you try to keep up with the Joneses because you was embarrassed last season when that lady put that notice on the door when you was having that party and basically shut it down because you weren't paying the rent. Yeah, Flo, we see you, boo. And also, let's not forget that you had to ask your girlfriend at the time, who was also messing around with your sister, to help you pay for it, to help you pay that rent. So it's crazy that now everything is booming. And I get it, a lot can happen in a year, but do I believe Flo? No, I do not. Now, these ladies are getting into it, right? But here's my thing. Was I the only one shocked and confused by the fact that Flo yelled out that her sister slept with Amara baby daddy? Like, how is Gael, and I'm not trying to be mean, but that girl is not the prettiest, okay? How is she able to sleep with everybody? And I mean any and everybody. She done had Marlon. She done had, I can't remember what that girl name that was dating Flo, the friend. She done had Amara baby daddy now. Like, girl, who haven't you messed around with? That's crazy. So, anyways, like I said, the girls are going back and forth. You got Eliza chiming in, throwing shots at Flo, because at the end of the day, she's trying to still be besties with Amara. And Flo ends up pouring a drink. I don't know if she poured it on Amara or towards Amara. Not really sure. However, Amara decides to throw a drink or whatever. And, like, honestly, watching this part back, especially hearing Amara be like, oh, you want to, like, be something on reality TV? I can show you how to do that, or something like that. And honestly, it just made me think about how Amara La Negra really could have been, like, out here doing it in the music industry. However, she decided it was better for her to be a reality star. Because when I just think about the grand scheme of her coming on to Love and Hip Hop, she was a Afro-Latina who was dark skinned, you know what I'm saying, where people, they tried to make it seem like she wasn't Afro-Latina. Everybody rallied around her in support, and the music never really happened. And when I think of how, like, a lot of like Latin music is booming right now. Like you have Anita and Becky G and all of these girls who are killing it in music right now. I'm like, yo, Amara Lenegra could have been one of those girls because she had the support. You know what I'm saying? But no, she wanted to be a reality star. Like, that is crazy to me. But nonetheless, Amara's choice. So they get Flo out of there, right? Security, they done broke it all up. And Eliza is still there. Because, again, Eliza is trying to be besties with Amara because she knows that she the queen bee, okay? Now, Eliza took accountability or whatever, and now they back besties. Okay, whatever. Oh, I almost forgot somebody to talk about because their storylines actually led into the next episode, which is going to be Trina and Zoe Briggs. Zoe Briggs is back. She's still doing music. However, her boyfriend is now her manager, and it's messing up the relationship, basically. That's what's happening with her when we're introduced back to her. And Trina. We got to talk about Trina. According to Trina, this man, Swerve, he allows her to be in her soft era. And she is a married woman, okay? They got married in private. Nobody knows that she got married, and she don't care. She don't care what nobody says. She just love this man. Now, we see Trick Daddy, and he's supposed to be doing a performance with Trina with this orchestra, right? Now, what's crazy to me is that Trina is always talking about how things are unorganized and this, that, another. Where really, it's just Trina. It's all typical Trina behavior. Because Trick got there on time. He shook hands. He took pictures. He made sure he was on his P's and Q's, okay? He went to rehearsal. His mic was right. Trina, on the other hand, super late, didn't rehearse, didn't do a sound check. Then her clothes ain't even fitting because for some reason Trina still think that she's the same size as when she did the pullover video. And it's like, girl, no, you are not that size anymore. Like, mama, you got a whole gut. Like, you're getting older. Like, and it's okay. But I'm going to need for you to dress appropriately because why did you only have one outfit option? Talking about a wardrobe malfunction, why do you not have a backup outfit, Trina? Make that make sense. Then, what made me pissed off is the fact that I understood where Trick was coming from. Because you're letting us all know in the room. It's about 10 people in the room. Oh, we got to fix my outfit. I'm having a wardrobe issue. Yet you over here kissing all on your man's face. We literally saw her kiss that man and be all in his face. The majority of the shots that they showed from her being in the dressing room. So, girl, I can't take you seriously if you can't take you seriously. Like, it's crazy how she was so blinded by love in that room for her to walk out on that stage, mic not working right, because she didn't do a sound check, and her whole skirt or whatever split. So she couldn't even turn around when they got to the performance. I'm like, yo, that is crazy. Also, Trick Daddy at that point was pissed off because then Trina went out, still had to take pictures, still had to shake hands, and Trick was like, yo, you're holding up, the whole thing. And I feel like because they were supposed to be performing with that orchestra, I really think that Trina held everybody up, and that's probably what really pissed Trick Daddy off. Like, I really wonder how long the orchestra had to wait on Trina to get herself together. Like, I'm really wondering that. Now, at one point, Trick Daddy got pissed off at Joy, okay? He got pissed off at her because he feels like Joy is an enabler. And he ain't lying. Joy is absolutely an enabler. Joy, why didn't you tell your cousin, hey, let's hurry up. Hey, Trina, get out Swerve's face and come do this and come do that. Get your outfit fixed. Do something, girl. But you just want to sit there and be a little travel buddy with Trina. It's weird. Nonetheless, they get out there, like I said. Trick, he does his part, his mic working. Everything's good on Trick's end. To the point where when he was done, or whatever, he walks right off the stage, thanks to people, you know what I'm saying? However, Trina is still there, trying to tell the audience why her mic wasn't working and why she had a wardrobe malfunction. I'm like, Trina, you're such an embarrassment. So, moving on from that, y'all, let's jump right into episode 2, okay? So, we are seeing Shay and Fabo riding around the city, right? And she swears that everybody is hating on them. And it's like, Shay, the way you're blinded by this man is crazy, okay? I mean, it's to the point where she basically said that her mom is the reason why they aren't getting along because her mom won't forgive Fabo. And I'm just like, probably because Fabo is still doing stuff. But you want to sit up here and always take his side just because that's your man, your man, your man. Girl, get a grip. So she then is telling Fabo about Amara basically being mad because at some point, I guess when they were in the DR, Amara's daughters walked up to Fabo and he picked them up. Or maybe he only picked one of them up. Or whatever. Amara got pissed off about it. I mean, honestly, it sounded like Amara was being dramatic when they wrote that clip back. Maybe I need to go back and watch last season because, again, I don't remember any of this. But nonetheless, Shay goes in on Eliza and Estelita being friends with Amara, considering they slept with Safari. And here's the thing. What I really want for Shay to do is not worry about Amara so much. Like, if y'all not cool, y'all not friends, that's fine. Kick it with some other people. You do not have to be under Amara. Like, see if you can get in with Trina or something. See if you can go talk to Zoe Brinks or somebody. You don't have to be cool with Amara. Nonetheless, she does say that she wants to extend an olive branch to her brother because they've been on the outs as well. So because she's cool with Flo said that she could set up like a little booth or whatever at her grand opening for her new cosmetic store. Moving on from that, Marlon, now on the last episode, Marlon is talking about how he does everything at Flo's house, right? He clean, he cook, he, clean the pool, he do all the things. Because he's still trying to win Flo back. And honestly, I'm just so confused with these two. Because I could have swore that Flo said that she was done with Marlon. So I'm trying to figure out, why are we still trying to do this whole winning the wife back? Like, what are we doing here? Nonetheless, she basically tells him that she's pissed off. Because when she met up with Amara physically attacked her. I said, now, Flo, you lying. Because let's not forget, y'all were going back and forth and you poured that drink first. Like, don't be mad because your drink didn't connect and hers did. So she then brings up the fact that Marlon, what's going on with you and Amara, because she basically said that you tried to flirt with her or whatever. And according to Marlon, they cool, they friends. And he goes on to say that Amara basically wanted him. Now, do I think that Amara wanted Marlon? No, I don't. He don't got enough money for her. I'm sorry. Like, I feel like all his money is stemming from Flo. Nope, don't see it happening. But I will say this. Flo, I thought you did not want this man. Why are you getting in such an uproar? Because technically he can do whatever he wants. You just had a whole girlfriend. Like, also, Marlon been doing what he wanted to do. That man has cheated on you left and right, even with your own sister. So I'm not understanding why you over here getting so hype about him and Amara. and the potential of them flirting with each other. Girl, then I cannot lie, y'all. I laughed when that man said she almost got her ass beat. I said, oh my God. I know she don't want to hear that. Nonetheless, that is what is going on with Flo. Moving on, we see Zoe. She hanging out with her homegirls. They were celebrating. Baby, celebrating what? Because Zoe was like, yeah, I've been working so hard. And I'm just like, yeah, that's cool. But you making it seem like y'all celebrating your album coming out or something. I still ain't heard of that. But nonetheless, we get into this conversation about, oh yeah, me and my sister, we're getting along so much better. Keep in mind, we gonna talk about that sister in a few minutes. Estelita showed up. Y'all said, why is Estelita here? Also, I didn't realize that Estelita was really gonna be back on the show like that. But okay. So they're basically friends because of what happened in the DR. And then Zoe says, oh, let's go out to the pool. Y'all, I was absolutely disgusted with Zoe Briggs. Because as they're walking out to the pool, she basically is like, oh, this pool, it looks so nice. Oh, I can't wait to pee in it. I'm sorry, you said what? You can't wait to pee in the pool? At your big grown age. Zoe, you're disgusting. Nonetheless, Zoe tells, what's her name? Estelita, that she's been going through it with her man or whatever. And next thing you know, Eliza shows up. Again, random friendships here. And they end up going to the kitchen and they're just talking crap about Shay, okay? How she needs to worry about her baby daddy and all of this stuff. So then Flo, her name is brought up because she was supposed to be there, but here's the thing, Eliza, she ends up calling out Flo because she's like, listen, I can see right through her. I feel like Flo is with the drama, even though she always trying to make it seem like it's her sister. Nah, Flo, she messy as well. And at this point, everybody is riding with Amara, okay? And it's kind of annoying. I will say that. And the reason why I find it to be annoying is because Amara be talking to these girls like they trash low-key. Like, she knows that these girls are considered beneath her, and she treats them as such. But these girls want to ride for her so bad. I'm just like, yo, Amara is not a good friend. But if this what y'all want to do, go ahead. Now, when it comes to this whole Flo situation, I feel like this. Let Zoe still be cool with Flo. If y'all don't like her, fine. You know what I'm saying? Move on. But moving on from that, I forgot to mention that in the first episode, Bobby Lights brought up the fact that he got an email saying that Trina's husband, or should I just say Trina's man, because nobody know if they married yet. He supposedly got all kind of stuff going on. Like saying that he stalked her, so that way he can be with her. They said that he got like some kids he don't take care of and all kind of stuff, right? So Bobby told this information to Hot Topic, and now Hot Topic decided that she's going to call a meeting with Trina's brother Snoop. This man came through. He got new teeth that's a bit too big for his mouth, but I guess, child, I also forgot to mention that Trick Daddy, he went to the hospital, right? Now, I will say this, I kind of feel bad because everybody's like, oh, you heard from Trick? Anybody heard from Trick? And ain't nobody checked on that man. I was like, dang. He went to the hospital and they just like, forget Trick. We'll check on him later. Nonetheless, this scene right here, was so weird and annoying at the same time. Because you have Hot Topic, she's over here being a tattletale. And she's basically telling Trina's brother, yeah, because Trina has a new boyfriend and she doesn't want to hang out with us anymore. Like, that's the childlike vibe that I got from this conversation. Okay? Like, I think that it was so interesting that Hot Topic is going on and on about Trina and this new boyfriend. And then you have Trina's brother sitting up there being like, what? For real? No, that didn't happen. They said that? Like, I'm like, why is he responding like this? And basically, Hot Topic says that she went to high school with this man and how he basically popped up out of nowhere. They're saying that this man stalked her at her favorite hot dog stand. Like, why does Trina even have a favorite hot dog stand? I'm like, girl, see, that's why you've been putting on the pounds, because you out here eating all these hot dogs. But moving on from that, because I just feel like this whole Trina, Swerve, Hot Topic, Bobby Lights situation is so ridiculous. But we're going to move on to the next scene because we have Zoe and her boyfriend Kelvin. First of all, the fact that that girl was shaking some seasoning into the pan and that man talking about some, oh, what you cooking back there? Negro. I'm sorry. I probably would have told him off for that because, like, I know you did not hear her shaking some seasoning. So then you asking her what she cooking back there? I ain't like that. Nonetheless, she's like, oh, I'm cooking some chicken and broccoli or whatever. And he's like, oh, yeah, well, that's some food that's going to give you some energy because, you know, you going to need some energy for all the stuff we got going on. So she's like, okay, so what we got going on? Like, what's lined up? And this man gonna say, you know, we got to send over some files. Send over some files? Negro, that's an email. You mean to tell me she need all this energy to send over some emails? If you don't cut it out, that let me know that her man think that he doing a whole lot, or really he could possibly be doing a whole little bit. Okay? Next thing you know, they get into this conversation kind of like on a gender role type sitch, because this man, he basically feels like she's supposed to be cooking and cleaning and doing all those types of things while he handles business, even though the business that he's handling is hers. I'm just like, okay, what it's giving is that now that he's your manager, he absolutely feels like he can control Zoe, because at the end of the day, he's making all these management decisions for her. And one thing that I will say is, one thing that I have noticed in the music industry, there have been a few women who have definitely gotten their partners to be their managers. And every time that they do that, their career tanks, okay? Every time that I have seen that happen, yes, they may still be around, but they are not as popping as they once were. For example, Amerie. When Amerie got married, she let her husband be her manager. She's just now about to try to put some music out, okay? Kelly Rowland is another one. Her husband became her manager. And yes, we see Kelly around all the time, but could Kelly be putting music out? Absolutely. She should have been. But I digress. And let's not even bring up Mary J. Blige, because y'all remember when she had Kendu, he was the manager. It's honestly the worst thing that a female artist can do. Now, I hardly see it, you know, in the reverse, where there is a male artist and their wife, you know, is in control of everything. But yeah, for the ladies, please don't do it. Do not let your man try to handle all the business. First of all, half of them, not even half, most of them don't have the qualifications to be a manager. Okay? Yeah, you think that person may have the best interest, but they don't know what's really going on. They don't really know how to conduct themselves in business meetings. They probably don't even know the rhetoric that's being spoken to them. But back to Zoe and Kelvin, it's crazy that he wants her to be the artist because that's providing stuff for him to do because he is to manage her. But then you also want her to cook and clean. That's crazy. Like, Kelvin, what's your day job? What are you doing? What do you bring to the table? Okay? Because let's not forget, she did have this same boyfriend when she had to live at her hair salon. So I've been giving him a side eye since then. Nonetheless, back to this though. One thing that I want Zoe to do is go ahead and fire him. Fire him as the manager because it got to the point where she was so pissed off that she's like yelling at him that she wants to move out. She would rather move out than to fire him as a manager. I said, Zoe, priorities, baby, priorities. And also, Zoe, what I needed you to do is go back into that kitchen and turn that fire down on the stove. Baby, that chicken was sizzling. I said, we should not be able to hear that chicken that loud cooking because she wasn't frying it, okay? I don't think that she was frying the chicken breast. I think that it was doing a little saute action, you know? But let's go ahead and move on. So we actually see Flo. She goes to meet with her sister Gael or whatever. You already know she had to go get backup. She had to go whine to her big sister like, oh my gosh, Amar put hands on me. I got into it with her and she's mad because you slept with Amar's baby daddy. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. These two right here, ridiculous. Like, Flo and her sister, they are just such weirdos to me. Like, I get it, your sister gonna have your back, but I don't see how Flo can be friends with Gael. But I guess when you need backup, call your big sister. Moving on from that, we have Zoe. She is meeting up with her sister Bianca. Now, keep in mind, in episode 1, she was so hype about how now she has such a great relationship with her sister Bianca. How convenient, now that you're on Love and Hip Hop, your sister is coming around. But nonetheless, Zoe, of course, was whining about how her man is her manager. Who cares? Let's get to the tea, okay? Miss Bianca had to tell her sister that she's been dealing with Fabo and how they've been dealing with each other for about a year because Fabo had DM'd her after she said something on social media, and the girl had DMs and all of that. Now, I will say this. It was super weird to me, the fact that the sister was like, well, yeah, he's a really nice guy. He tried to make it seem like him and Shay weren't together, but, that's just for TV. And Zoe is trying to tell her, like, no, I know for a fact they together. Like, I be seeing them around. They are together. And the sister wasn't believing it at all. I'm like, girl, your mind is gone. What this dude be telling you? Like, this is crazy. So, Zoe is like, listen, I don't trust Fabo or whatever. And the only reason why he's telling you all these things, because keep in mind, according to Bianca, they done talked about marriage and everything. But Zoe is like, yeah, well, maybe he's trying to say all that to get into your pants. Girl, he done been there, done that, according to your sister, okay? Moving on from that, Zoe basically says that, she's questioning her sister's motives behind all of this. And I'm like, yeah, please do. Because something ain't adding up. I'm not saying that Zoe's sister is a liar. And I'm not saying that Fabo is a saint. But I do find it weird that your sister is now talking to Fabo, who is on this show. Of all the guys to talk to, come on now. Now, Zoe, of course, she don't want to have no problems with Shay, but she knows she going to have a conversation with her. Moving on from that, we got Flo. She's getting ready for her opening, and she tells her sister how, oh yeah, Shay's going to have some products set up in here. Oh, why she say that? Because I forgot that Gael and Shay don't like each other. And basically, it's because Gael let the cat out the bag that Shay went to go see the little witchcraft lady. So so that way she can stay with Fabo. I said, baby, that right there was problem number one. Shay, why'd you go see that lady about Fabo? Absolutely crazy. But nonetheless, let's get to this little fight that almost happened, because Eliza and Estelita show up, right? Whoa, double trouble. And basically, they let Flo know that she needs to apologize to Amara. I said, I just know y'all did not come here to defend Amara. Like, this is why I keep saying Amara is the queen bee on this show, even though she's terrible. Like, the fact that Estelita brought herself right on down here to somebody else's establishment saying that, well, Amara doesn't seem like the type of person that will start a fight, but if you want to fight her, then I'm jumping in and you'll have to fight me. I said, what in the grade school is this? Like, I really needed Estelita to pipe right on down, because I get it, you friends with Amara, but girl, sit down for a minute. Nonetheless, the girls are going back and forth, right? It gets to the point where Eliza, she yells out that both of these sisters, they be sleeping with the same people, and they pH balance is off, and just a mess, okay? The next thing you know, Gael mentions something about Eliza's daughter, and now everybody want to fight. I'm like, good God. All of this drama over Amara. Because that's the real thing. It's everybody's fighting to try to be Amara's best friend. Okay? And if you're not her best friend, then you're definitely the enemy. It's so stupid. Because I'm like, Eliza, what's your issue with Flo? Like, is there really one? No. Estelita, what's your issue with Flo? Oh, wait, you ain't got one? But y'all actually here to fight for Amara. Whatever. Moving on from that, we see Trina and Swerve. They're shooting a music video. And according to Swerve, Trina is the one who suggested that he started to rap. I said, girl, Trina, your head is gone, okay? So next thing you know, her brother pull up, and he pulls Swerve outside, so that they can talk. And basically the brother's trying to figure out, since when did this guy have rapping aspirations? He ain't never mentioned nothing about no rapping. He's supposed to do real estate. I said, first of all, you can look at that man and tell he ain't doing no real estate. That may be the cover up for whatever he doing, but he ain't doing no damn real estate. So Snoop is trying to, have a conversation with him, like getting to know him honestly on some, what part of Miami you came up in, like what made you want to date Trina, or just honestly, he wasn't prying too far into his business. He really wasn't. And all the answers that Swerve gave him was BS. Okay? It was giving, Trina, you might want to do a background check on this man, because the way he ain't giving up no answers, like nothing was clear, I'm like, that's weird. Like, the fact that the man said, oh, what part of Miami you from? He said, oh, it's all types of cities and places. I said, nigga, you couldn't give a general area? Like, that's weird. So, basically, Swerve tells Snoop that they locked in. For real, baby, they married. I said, oh, can't wait till Trina finds out that you just told her brother, who's going to go ahead and tell everybody else. We'll see how that goes. Trina, and no prenup? Girl, you was not smart. Moving on from that, we get to Flo and her grand opening, right? Shay's there or whatever, and these two ladies talk because Shay ain't got no friends and neither do Flo. So now they gonna team up because Flo tells her about the whole Amara situation and how Amara is mad over Safari. Now, I will agree with Shay. Nobody should be mad over Safari at this point, because we all know he for everybody. So then Flo goes on to tell her about how Eliza and Estelita, they pulled up on her, and now Shay, she wants to be in on the action. I'm like, Jesus Christ. All y'all too old for this. Can we start there? All of y'all are way too old to still try to be into these back and forth fights. Then Bobby Light shows up to show support, but really he just want to get into the mess. And Gael is giving him the tea. I said, in what world weren't these two like not feeling each other? Didn't Bobby not like Gael, but you asking her for tea? All right. So next thing you know, we see Shay's brother MJ with the tacky ass hats on, and they're having this conversation. At first it was going okay. And then they bring up how the mom and Fabo, they can't get along. And baby Shay, she getting all hype. I'm just like, Shay, I know your blood pressure be high. I know it do. Because why are you hooping and hollering and yelling at this event like this? Pipe down. Then next thing you know, Zoe shows up and she want to talk to Shay. I said, girl, not right now. You don't see her arguing with her brother right now. Like, pick another day. Take her to lunch and then tell her. But no, Zoe pulls her outside and she prefaces the conversation, saying, I don't really want to start no beef with you, but I will say that I don't think you should really be with Fabian because at the end of the day, Fabian tried to get with my sister and it was under the impression that Shay and Fabian weren't together and my sister might be pregnant. Girl, bye. I said, not the sister may be pregnant. Child. Baby, this is a hot mess. Shay. Girl, if you don't go ahead and pack that man up and say sayonara, I don't know what to tell you. Because even if it is fake, I'm still going to be like, all right, Fabian, you coming too much drama. But you know what? She love all that drama. Because that's the reason why she's still with him probably today. But y'all, that was the episode. Let me know what y'all thought about the first 2 episodes of Love and Hip Hop Miami. I'm definitely going to be sticking with this show. I know my schedule has been all types of crazy. That's why my videos have been so sporadic. But your girl's getting back on top of it. So go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will talk to you in my next review. Bye, guys.